In the middle of the village stood a big peepal tree. On a cord beneath it, an old man was reading a newspaper. Suddenly, a bike stopped with a loud screech.
Yo, people of the village, I'm back with a bang. Hey, Ramdeen son, you remembered the village after 2 years, huh? Uncle, I've been in the city learning business. Now I'll make some noise right here in the village.
Oh my God, what ghost has come home? So many holes in your jeans. Did some dog bite you?
Bua, that's fashion. It's called ripped jeans.
Ripped or ruined? You look broke.
So tell me, what did you learn in the city? Uncle, I worked at a Chinese restaurant. Now I can make chicken fried rice.
What is chicken?
Chicken, Bua, hen.
Then say hen. So much English these days. At Ramdeen's house, Chameli was grinding lentils in the courtyard.
Mom, I'm back.
Oh my dear boy, you've come. You have become so thin. Didn't you get food in the city?
No, Mom, I was going to the gym, building muscles. Oh, so you are back, ready to help me in the fields now? No, Papa, I'm opening a restaurant in the village. What? A restaurant? What's that? It's like a hotel, Papa, where people come to eat. I will sell chicken fried rice.
Your father and grandfather were farmers. Now you'll cook chicken. Oof.
Mom, time have changed. Everything is business now. But son, who'll eat your chicken in this village? Just wait and watch, Papa. In 1 month, everyone will be my fan.
Pappu built a small shop outside his house. The board read Pappu's Chinese Corner.
Bro, you have really done it. But will villagers eat this stuff? Once they taste it, they'll lick their fingers clean. Pappu, what's this word Chinese? Some kind of disease? No, uncle. It's a kind of food from China. Oh, so now you have turned Chinese. No, uncle. Still Indian. But I cook Chinese food.
I am not eating that. Who knows what you mix in it?
Bua, just try it once.
No way. I pray every morning. I don't eat chicken.
What's going on here? What about the village's honor? Sarpanji, this is business. It will bring jobs to our village. We'll see. Any trouble and I'll close you down.
Next day, Pappu opened his shop, but not a single customer came.
Bro, not even one person. Villagers are really stingy.
Just then, a car stopped outside. A tall man in a long coat and dark glasses stepped out.
Do you serve chicken fried rice here? Yes. You are my first customer. Make 2 plates, fast.
Pappu quickly cooked and served the food, and the man ate. Then he took out a 1,000 rupee note.
Sir, that's too much. 1 plate is just 50 rupees. Keep the change. And listen, your fried rice was good. I'll come again tomorrow. Sure, sir.
Victor left and Chintu looked at Pappu.
That guy looked weird, bro. Yeah, maybe. But he paid well.
By evening, the whole village gathered under the peepal tree. I saw it with my own eyes. A city man who was wearing strange clothes. He was eating at Pappu's shop. He didn't look right. Definitely some criminal.
What? A criminal?
Long coat, black glasses, just like a movie villain.
Oh no. I hope Pappu is not in trouble. I'll go and talk to him right now.
Just then a police jeep entered the village. Inspector Tiwari stepped out with 2 constables.
Sarpanji, we have received information that a dangerous criminal is hiding in this village. A criminal here in our village? Yes, his name is Victor. He stole 50 lakh and escaped. We believe he is nearby, so be careful.
Sir, I saw him at Pappu's shop. Inspector Tiwari reached Pappu's shop.
Hey, are you Pappu? Yes, sir. Did a strange man come here this afternoon? Sir, can't recall. Many people come here every day. So, I don't clearly remember. Sir, one man did come. He just ate and left. What did he look like, sir? Tall, wearing black glasses and a long coat. That's Victor. What did he eat? Chicken fried rice, sir. What? Chicken fried rice here in this village? Yes, sir. Pappu learned it in the city. Give me one plate too.
Pappu quickly served him. The inspector took one bite and closed his eyes.
Wow. This is amazing. Thank you, sir. Listen, if that man comes again, call me. But don't let him suspect anything. Is it clear? Yes, sir.
That night at Ramdeen's house, what's going on? The police at our house?
Pappu, what have you done? Papa, I don't do anything. That man came, ate, and left.
I told you not to start this chicken business. See, now trouble is here.
Hey, Ramdeen, calm down. The boy is innocent.
Innocent? Oh Lord, what if Pappu's helping that thief?
Quiet, just shut up. My son is not a thief.
Then why did that man come to his shop?
Bua, because of chicken fried rice. It's so tasty, even thieves can't resist. Is there magic in your fried rice or what? Yes, uncle. Village love and city skill.
Next morning, the same man returned.
Hey, one plate, quick. Yes, sir. You didn't came for 2 days? Yeah, had some work. Your food is too good. Can't find this taste even in the city. Thank you, sir. Tell me something. Do you need money? Sure, sir. If I give you 1 lakh rupees, will you hide me for 2 days? What? I am in trouble actually. The police are after me, but I am innocent. Then why are you running from them? Because the real thief is a rich man's son. He blamed me for everything. But if the police find out, nothing will happen to you. I promise. Just 2 days. My lawyer is coming. He'll fix everything.
At Pappu's shop, Victor pushes a bundle of cash toward him.
But I can't do this. Pappu, I am just like you, trapped by city people. I just need 2 days. Consider this 1 lakh as advance for your restaurant. It's a good deed. You'll be helping an innocent man. Please accept my request. Bro, 1 lakh. Okay, sir. But you'll stay in our old storeroom. No one should know. Is that fine? You are a godsend to me, Pappu.
Pappu led Victor through the back lane to the storeroom behind their house, hidden by bushes. That evening, Ramdeen and Chameli sat in the courtyard. I don't feel right, Ramdeen. The police were here. End this chicken business now.
Yes, I feel uneasy too. Pappu's hiding something. Ramdeen, I heard Sarpanji is keeping an eye on Pappu's shop. Says the village name is being spoiled. You need to do something now. Oh no, I just hope Pappu's innocence doesn't become our shame.
Next morning, inside the storeroom, Victor was whispering on the phone when Pappu walked in with a plate of fried rice.
Thank you, Pappu. Listen, my lawyer is waiting near the highway outside the village. I can't meet him myself. Go give him this envelope. He'll give you an ATM card and a small note. That's the proof that I am innocent. It's money meant for poor people that I need to return. Yes, sir. I'll go right away.
Pappu rushed out to the highway. A man in a fancy suit waited inside a luxury car.
You are Pappu. Here, take this. Now go quickly.
Scared but obedient, Pappu took the card and the note, then hurried back. He handed them to Victor. Victor then thanks Pappu on seeing the card and the note.
Perfect. Now everything is fine. My lawyers arranged everything to clear my name. Tomorrow I'll surrender to the police and tell them the truth. Keep these 1,000 rupees for your restaurant expenses. Pappu, I'm really thankful to you. You helped me a lot. No problem, sir. I am fine. Pappu, you took a big risk for me. No one else wouldn't done that. I can't do much in return, but here, take this ATM card. Use it to buy supplies for your restaurant for a few days.
A few days passed. One morning around 8 am, Pappu cheerfully opened his shop. Ramdeen and Chameli looked tense.
Son, you are not into any trouble with that man, right? No, Papa. He said he'll surrender tomorrow. He's innocent.
Suddenly, police sirens echoed through the village. Inspector Tiwari, along with his full team and village headman, rushed towards Ramdeen's house.
Victor! You are surrounded! Come out quietly!
Pappu ran to the storeroom. Victor was stuffing things into his bag in a hurry.
You told the police about me? No, sir. I didn't tell anyone. Pappu, stay away from that thief. I am the one who called Inspector Tiwari last night.
Victor realized that the game was over. But instead of panic, his eyes gleamed with cold cunning. In a flash, he grabbed Pappu and pressed a gun to his neck.
Back off, or I'll shoot the boy. Victor, we know your record. 15 cities, the same fraud every time. You can't escape now. We'll see about that, Inspector.
Victor dragged Pappu into the small kitchen behind the storeroom. On the back wall was a tiny window opening into the cattle shed, a typical village layout.
Quietly pour all that oil and red chili powder into the wok on full flame. Why? Just do what I say.
Pappu poured the chili into hot oil. Boom! A loud burst filled the air as thick black smoke spread everywhere. The smoke was so strong it burned everyone's eyes.
Smoke! Fall back! Get some water!
Villagers start coughing and running for cover. Amidst all this chaos,
Pappu, don't worry. I'll get you out on bail soon. Keep the plan alive. Goodbye. Keep that ATM card safe. Did you understand?
by the time the police broke into the kitchen and cleared the smoke,
Sir, the back window is open. Surround the fields. Quick!
but inside the shed only frightened cows, straw and mess. Beyond the mustard fields, no one was in sight.
He's very clever. He used the village's innocence to his advantage.
As the inspector turned, he noticed something in Pappu's pocket, the same ATM card.
And you? You sheltered a wanted criminal? The evidence is all here. Whose ATM card is this? Whose diary? And what's all this fake data in this envelope? Arrest Pappu. No, sir. I am innocent. He tricked me. I don't know anything. Sir, my son is innocent. He's a simple boy. I told you, Inspector. Something big was fishy here.
The constables handcuffed Pappu. He turned back, eyes full of tears, looking at his broken parents. The police jeep drove away. Pappu was inside, silent and tearful.
So you thought you could run a restaurant with stolen money? That ATM card we found with you, it's the key to the 50 lakh robbery. He framed me. He didn't frame you, Pappu. He used you. You thought he sent you to meet his lawyer for evidence? No, he just wanted that card in your hands. So when we got him, he could prove the stolen ATM was with you. He made you his cover. Your chicken fried rice dream became his safest escape plan. That's why it is said that big ambitions are good, but it's rather important to be practical on ground. Inspector, sir, I'm innocent. So what's the lesson from all this, Pappu? When someone offers you easy money or big promises, be careful. Trusting blindly, even someone who looks innocent, is the biggest mistake. Because betrayal always hides behind trust.
The jeep rolled down the mud road, raising a cloud of dust. Ramdeen, Chameli and the old man stood silently, staring at the empty signboard of Pappu's Chinese corner.